Okay, another question. How can we tolerate without being abused by others? That's a good question. Okay, tolerance does not mean letting people abuse you. That's not what tolerance means. We should never allow anyone to abuse us in any way, not mentally, not physically, emotionally. So to be tolerant, tolerance is something that begins after you have done everything you should do to protect yourself. In other words, it's the duty of every soul to pursue their own rational self-interest. That's not selfish, it's taking seriously that you're part of Krishna. It's valuing yourself as an eternal soul and understanding that Krishna cares about you very deeply, Krishna loves you infinitely, and therefore a certain type of self-love is necessary to be Krishna conscious. If you don't, because, I mean, it's good to be humble, you know, we're all working on that one, but we're trying to see everything as Krishna sees it, not in the sense of becoming omniscient or becoming God, but in the sense of learning from Krishna. That's what Jnana Yajna is. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that Shreyan Dravyamaya Yajna Jnana Yajna Parantapa. Better than just offering paraphernalia, incense, lamps, and so on, which of course we do. But Krishna says better than that is the sacrifice of knowledge, which means seeing things as Krishna sees it, rather than, it's like, let's say you have incense, rather than trying to enjoy it yourself, you offer to Krishna for his pleasure. So we have consciousness, and so rather than trying to enjoy our consciousness, even knowledge is trying to, we offer to Krishna our consciousness in the sense of surrendering to Krishna's view of reality, because Krishna is omniscient, he knows everything. And so any other view of reality will be incomplete and imperfect, because any other view of reality is coming from someone who is not omniscient. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains reality. He explains what reality, what really exists and what doesn't. And so if you offer your mind to Krishna, if you offer your consciousness to Krishna to be filled with his knowledge, to be filled with his teachings, that's Jnana Yajna. And Krishna says that is better than just offering paraphernalia and kind of not being a nice person, or not really seeing the world as Krishna sees it. Not having a ritual worldview where you just see life as just a series of rituals, rather than seeing that there are souls everywhere, and these souls are very much loved by Krishna, and Krishna is everywhere. So offering your consciousness, which is really you, offering your consciousness completely to Krishna so that he can fill it with his knowledge. So in that sense, getting back to this question, in that sense, Krishna loves you, and Krishna sees you as his child. And so therefore, if you accept yourself from Krishna's point of view, if you accept yourself as a child of Krishna, as part of Krishna, and if you know that Krishna will absolutely not approve of anyone abusing you, then to allow anyone to abuse you is to reject Krishna's vision of you. It's to not understand yourself as Krishna understands you, not to see yourself as Krishna sees you. That's why too much, oh, I'm terrible, I'm the most fallen. It's like, okay, that's nice. Now, let's move on here. So that's why depression is a lack of Krishna consciousness. Depression is just, it's almost like another form of narcissism. Because either when you're very proud or very depressed, all you think about is yourself. It's just, you know, okay, I tried to become the center of everything by achievements. I flopped, I didn't make it, so now I'll become the center of reality by becoming the supreme object of pity. So it's just another self-centered strategy, depression. Anyway, so yeah, so you should never allow anyone to abuse you, because if anyone abuses you, they are completely offending Krishna. I mean, how does any parent feel when someone abuses their child? So therefore, if you actually understand that you're part of Krishna, you could never allow anyone to abuse you. And then once you've made every effort to avoid abuse, then just whatever life is for you, just tolerate it.